Then, so if you have any questions at all, can I ask you to use the chat? Okay, and the chat can be found at the top of your screen. If you just type your questions into there, and Jane will monitor those for us. And what we will do, we will collate those. We'll either try and answer them as quickly as we can, or we will collate them and send them out to everybody. Okay, so the most important thing, the service desk opening times. So on both of the download days, Monday the 9th of August and Wednesday the 11th of August, we will be opening the service desk from 9 AM till 5 o'clock. On the actual results days themselves, Tuesday the 10th and Thursday the 12th of August, we'll open at 8 AM and we'll remain open till 5 o'clock again. So we'll be available all of those days if you have any queries. And if you are stuck, please call us. That's what we're there for. Okay, the SCOMIS website, the examinations bulletin, we ask you to check on that regularly, because any updates that we get, that is where we will post them. So the website will contain all the latest information and updates, a host of informative documents, and also FAQs. So it's the first place you need to go to. And I've put the link there for you. And if you click on that, that will take you straight away to that bulletin. Right, some other key dates for you. There will be a summer upgrade for 2021, and that will upgrade Sims to version 7.200 and FMS to version 6.200. If you are a hosted school, that rollout will take place over the weekend starting on Friday the 16th of July. We normally do that overnight. We tend to sort of kick people out at about 5:30. If you're a non-hosted school, the upgrade will be released exactly the same date, but it will come to you via Solus free. If you want more information on that and any guidance, there is a link there that will take you through. It will also tell you on that link what changes are happening in that Sims upgrade. Okay, non-hosted schools, we always ask you to make sure that you've got some IT support to ensure that that upgrade has been applied before the end of term. And also you've got IT support on results day, just in case anything goes wrong, you've got somebody who can actually help you. Right, there is absolutely nothing new in Sims 21 summer for exams. There's been absolutely no movement on it, obviously because of all the restrictions and the way exams have taken place. I have put this slide up for you because I know a lot of you also deal with assessments. So that there is just a change to a couple of things within exams, how forenames, surnames can be ordered on a mark sheet, and you can hide graphs in individual reports when no results exist. So I've just put that up there just as a bit of information. The other thing on Course Manager, again, I know a lot of you are involved in this. The Maintain Post-16 Programmes of Study displays all Post-16 students, including leavers who still have an active course membership. Okay, and there's a little bit of information there for you. Okay, a quick reminder, 2 reports were added last summer, Candidate Statement of Results and the Certification Broadsheets. Both of these are available in Tools Examinations, but what they've done, they give you a better or a more comprehensive grade description. A point to note is these reports cannot be seen by any other Sims user whilst the results embargo is in place. So once you've got your results embargo, they are invisible to other users, and I know that was a query last year. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to just have a look at the things that we can do now. Unfortunately, we haven't got any sort of Sims data that we can actually physically go in. So we're going to step you through the stuff, but point you where you can find out more information. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, we've had no sort of data at all because obviously nothing's happened in exams. So unfortunately, ESS haven't given us anything. Okay then, so first things first, let's make sure you're as prepared as you possibly can be. So download the latest results day survival kit from the examinations bulletin. Again, all the links are in. The other document is processing results and calculating PI data in exams and Sims. You might find that useful, and it does have some really good screen dumps, and it will expand on the information we're giving you. And the other link I've put there is to a quick reference sheet for managing the performance indicator details process. That's a really useful two-sided A4 sheet. And again, it will just show you in more detail some of the steps. So all of that is available from that SCOMIS exams bulletin. Right, so you'll need to refresh your base data before you download your results. So basically you revisit the examination boards, you go and get the base data down again, and then you just refresh it, you update it all. Okay, you can't obviously do it from what you've got in Examine currently, you must download the base data again. The other thing to check is to make sure that your A to C, that all of your exam boards are marked as ready, and normally I put ready in green, you get a green circle. So prior to the results, just check that that's all up and working, because you don't want any hiccups actually on the day. Right, a little bit of tidying up. So you will be aware from last year, you've probably got lots of old results files. So what we recommend you do is create a folder within the exam inbox and then archive all those old results files from last year and previous years, if you've got them, into that folder. That will ensure that when you bring in the new files, result files for 2021, those are the only files that you're going to see. It'll be a much quicker process. You won't have to sort of scroll up and down. And just a note, it's worthwhile making a note of those results files as well when you download them, just for quick reference. Another handy thing is create your results mark sheets now. So through your Focus mark sheet setup, or click on the icon for mark sheet setup. Exactly the same process as if you were creating your entry mark sheets. This then allows you, when your results come down, it will automatically populate those result sheets. So they're quite handy if you want to send them out to class teachers. But if you need to go in at a later date and change a result, it's quicker to do it on a mark sheet. Referring to page 5 onwards of the results day survival kit I mentioned earlier, will give you a checklist of tasks that you can do in Sims to get ready, but we're actually going to go through those just to make you aware of them. Right, so step 1 is define the summer season. I'm never quite sure why they put this one in, because if you haven't got a summer season, you haven't processed any exams. However, you need to make sure that this is the default season. Okay, so just check you haven't got anything else popping up. Just go to Tools, School Setup, Seasons, open your Summer 21 or wherever you've called it, and you'll see the little default box. Tick that, save, and then just double check at the bottom of the screen you are showing Summer 2021. The other thing you will need to do is download and import the latest QWS files. Okay, That is done via tools, examinations, import qualification data. And I've actually put click here, and that will take you to an FAQ, which will step you through that. So downloading and importing. Okay, so wherever we can, we've put a link in for you. Okay, so what you now need to do is just check before you proceed. So go to Tools, Examinations, Manage Performance Indicators. If you have qualifications showing for 2021, you can go straight to step 6. If you have no qualifications showing, you need to follow steps 3 to 5. Okay, this is going to be important if you are using exams for the first time. I know we've had a couple of schools come on board who they've come from another MIS provider. So you would obviously have to go through steps 3 to 5. Okay, so, and I'm going to start at 3 to cover it for everybody. So step 3 is on the PI page setup, okay, which is the root of Tools, Examinations, PI setup. You need to set your new summer season 2021 as the default. So you're not just doing it in exams itself, you need to do it through this, oh dear me, what am I calling it, this area as well. So it needs to show in 2 places. The other step, step 4, is you need to make sure that you have run, before you clone any quants, the CRD and the CKD. So the CRD, as it states, is collate resetting discounting. That means it resets all the discounting apart from automatic. Or CKD, which will collate keeping any discounting that has been run for a previous year. Okay, and again, the route is there for you. Step 5, you will just need to clone the QNs used in the previous year, 2020, so that they're copied into the summer 2021 season. And we've put the route there. Again, there might be a couple of schools who haven't got anything to clone from. Okay, so if you're stuck on that at all, do contact the service desk and they'll advise you on how to do that. But for the majority of you, it is straightforward. Just while I'm here as well, I know a lot of schools don't use exams or sims for their analysis of results. You'll go elsewhere, perhaps to CISRA, Full Matrix. It is important that you do go through these steps because you're laying the foundation for next year as well, you know, whatever that looks like. So, you know, it is important that you do follow these steps. Okay, step 6 then, you'll need to search for and delete any quants that you will not use this year. And that's done through the route specified Tools, Examinations, Manage Performance Indicator. And I mentioned the quick reference sheet earlier on, and also the processing and calculating results. That will help you in that area. It'll expand on it. Step 7 is where you will need to manually add any additional quants that will be required for the new season, and that should say 2021 there, apologies. And again, that'll be done through Tools, Examinations, Manage Performance Indicator. Right, if you need any help on step 6 and 7, I've put there a report that you can run, which will show the qualifications that you need to add and the qualifications you need to remove. Okay, so you haven't got to really go through reams of stuff. That report will tell you. And if you're not sure how to do it, if you click on the Manage Performance for PIFAQ, that will help you. That's a really good step-by-step guideline to take you through it. Okay, step 8 then is to work through the performance indicator details for each QAN, each type, and check that the details, point values and equivalencies are recorded accurately for both your Key Stage 4 and your 16 to 18 for the summer season. And I've put the route there for you. If you are a post-16 school, you've got to ensure that all qualifications for the 16 to 18 cohort have been assigned to the relevant discount family. And the options available within the discount family are general, general vocational, AEA, vocationally related, freestanding maths and other general. And again, you will find that in the results day survival kit. That will be included in that. If you need some help again, if you click on that discount families FAQ, that will guide you through completing this task. And like I've said before, if you go through and you're not sure, do contact the service desk, they will help you. I've just put up one screen dump here, okay, which gives you an idea. You can see from that on the left hand side, you will have your subjects on the at Key Stage 4. On the right hand side, you've got your 16 to 18 there, and then underneath you've got the grade details. Okay, so you've got your U to 9 for your Key Stage 4. Likewise, you've got your qualifications for your 16 to 18. So just to give you an idea. Just a note of caution here. Changes made to grade details and equivalencies are not validated, so extreme care must be taken to ensure that changes accurately reflect DFE guidelines. Okie doke. Some areas within there will be shaded out. And that's to prevent any changes that would impact on the school's census returns. And again, that has come from the results day survival kit. So it's a fairly smallish document and it's well worth downloading and sort of having a look at. Right, so you need to set up your results embargo, and this is absolutely imperative. You need to ensure that only the authorised people need to have access to exams on results day. That is always going to be yourselves as the exams officer. It's normally the head of centre, and it could be a member or so of the senior leadership team. Okay, obviously you set up the times according to any JCQ decisions. We haven't seen anything yet, so I haven't put it on, but do check from JCQ regarding releasing results to students, and you must reflect that in the results embargo. I think last year, if I remember rightly, we set the time to 8 o'clock. I know prior to that people were in at 6 a.m. in the morning, but please do check. If you've not set up a results embargo or you just want a reminder, there's a little link for you there under need some help. Okay, so entering non-EDI results. These could be, for the example I've put, NCFE Level 2 Certificate in Business and Enterprise. It could be BTEC results. And this is where there is no base data available. Okay, so if the particular awarding body hasn't had base data to support these qualifications, you will have to enter them as non-EDI results. It could be that you've got BTEC results, you've done them online, and there's only a few of them. Again, you can enter them through this route, no problem. And that's done through Sims, tools, examinations, edit PI data. And again, there's an FAQ there under need some help, which will take you through that process. Okie dokes, those are the steps that you can actually crack on with now. Okay, so that you're well prepared before the end of term, or if you choose to come in when it's a little bit quieter, you can get those done. And it's nice to have that out of the way, because it means then when the results are actually available for download, you can just get on with the important stuff of getting those into exams. So on download days, you will need to go to your A2C software, and from the home page, just click on send and receive. Those results files will automatically be written to your exam inbox. If you've not used A2C before, it is well worth checking that you have got the correct paths to your exam inbox. If you're hosted, it's normally F Public Sims Exams Exam In, but do check that path is correct and they're all set up if you are new to it. Okay, the results files have to be present in the exam inbox, otherwise they won't import into Exams Organiser. Okay. To bring those files in, you just need from within Exams Organiser to go to Tools, Import Results and Enrolments. Click the File Field browser and that will display the results files in the examine directory. Click on the file name and then you will see the results files in the examine directory. This is where, when I said it's important to archive off old exam results, so you're just seeing the ones for this year. Okay, you'll then just go select your first file. Each file has to be brought in independently, only one at a time. Once you've selected that file, you can just click on import.
Stuart, you're breaking up. Sue, we've lost your sound.
I've lost sound.
Yeah, I've just said, Sue, we've lost your sound.
Right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I can't.
Can you?
No, Sue, you're breaking up.
I still don't have any sound.
No, it's okay. I don't think we have Sue at all. It's completely frozen.
Have I come back yet?
Just.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I can hear you now.
Okay. Right then, so we've imported our first file. We will continue and import all the others. And once all those files are in, that's when you can go and run the initial collation and calculation of your PI data. So that again is done through the route of Tools, Examinations, Edit PI Data. You can click on OK to confirm. The system then goes away and calculates all of that information. It will tell you all of your sort of headline pointers for your Key Stage 4 and your Key Stage 5. You'll be able to go in and look at an individual student and you'll see all their results coming through. Okay. You can then at that point go and look at the various reports that are available from sims.net. So you've got the candidate statement of results, which is crucial because that's probably what you're going to be handing out. You can have a look at the certification broadsheet, and you'll also have PI reports for Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5. And the root of that is tools examinations from your sims.net homepage. Now that will give you all the sort of initial analysis that you actually need. So all the headline news, it will give you good passes, etc., all of that. Within Exams Organiser itself, under Reports Results, you've got Element Component Results Report. So this is really useful for heads of department, say for English. That will show exactly what everybody achieved there. There is a subject grade analysis report. So providing you've linked all of your courses to awards in Course Manager, this will list the subjects and the grades either individually or cumulatively under all of those subjects. This is really useful for, I suppose the head teacher is quite keen to look at things like this, how one subject has done against another. It will also put the teachers, so there's a comparison there if it's needed, and there's group performance analysis. Okay, this year, as far as we're aware, there is going to be no publication nationally of any results, and Ofsted will still not use these results to inform future inspections. I think that will happen when we have a level playing field. So therefore schools are going to interpret analysis for internal purposes for 2021. But please do check Ofsted website for any updates, because things do change, obviously. Okay, right. What I have done here, I've just given you some timeline and key dates. So this one here is advice for schools themselves, and it tells you when the results are due, student requests for a centre review, so on, and it gives you that timeline to follow. So that's come from ESS, formerly known as Capita. So. And again, then appeals process based on a school focus. That there is just a little flow chart that outlines what you need to do, etc., and what will happen. And here's a student focus as well. Okay, so 2 screens there that will give you a flow chart outlining exactly what you need to do. Right, just a little reminder, examination results download days, help and advice. Please do remember that patches are applied. They haven't been as bad in the last couple of years, but please do keep an eye on the bulletin, because if there is a patch, we'll notify you of it. Also, we'll update any news and documentation. If you are a hosted school and there is a patch, we'll apply it en masse. If you're a non-hosted school, you would need to contact us for that patch, and we will release it via Solus 3 for you. Okay, that's covered all the steps, and please do use those links that we talked about. Remember, we are here to help you if you get stuck, and I know I will be speaking to a couple of you who haven't sort of come into this area before. If you have any questions or queries, please put them into the chat, and then we'll make sure that we answer those for you. Right, this next bit now is basically when you all signed up for this event today, You were asked if you were interested in anything in any other areas. So what I did do, I quickly scanned through and a few of you put about housekeeping in exams organiser, and others said about exams and course manager. So what we are going to do in the autumn, we run a schedule of virtual events, absolutely free, you know, like today's is. And we will be putting on Housekeeping in Sims Examinations Organiser, which will look at just tidying the module up as best as you possibly can. So perhaps getting rid of entry mark sheets from, I don't know, 2012 beyond and past. We'll also run another one that looks at linking awards to courses in Course Manager. So just checking that all your qualifications you've got in exams are linked correctly in Course Manager. They'll be about 20-25 minutes, these, just very short, sharp and sweet. And as I mentioned earlier, some of you do use CISRA for Matrix. If you've got all of your awards linked to your exams in Course Manager, you've got an awful lot of analysis going on in exams and Sims itself, which gives you immediate headlines news. So it's well worth having a look. Somebody mentioned that they were fairly new and they'd like a refresher. So basically, all you need to do is go to our webpage. I've put the link there, and there is an examinations organiser self-directed digital learning course. You can take that, you can learn your own pace, place and time. Okay, and that is absolutely free to SCOMIS customers and covers all the aspects of managing external examinations. It doesn't cover results, but it covers the process of how to get your base data in, your candidates, right the way through to seating them, etc., and giving them timetables. Some of you did mention on there that you'd like more information on lesson monitor, timetabling and In Touch. I've passed that over to a couple of my colleagues. If you're still interested and you'd like to pursue that, if you drop me an email, then I'll gladly push you in their direction. Obviously, we are at the moment not doing any classroom-based training whatsoever, but we are doing remote sessions and they have proved really popular. Okay, again, I've mentioned this all the way through, but there's our phone number, the SCOMIS service desk and their email address. And we're here to help you right up to and including downloading your exam results. Okay, right. I sent an email out to you because we normally do an examination officers conference in the autumn term. Things have been so different this year, and I know that a lot of people, you know, are feeling quite fed up with it all, quite rightly. But we've decided that we would ask you what you wanted, and it was unanimous. So the conference, Examinations Officer Conference, will take place in spring 2022. And on reflection, I think we thought that would be a much better idea, as I'm sure a lot of you have done with your feedback. Things might be on a sort of normal level by then. We'll have hopefully a clearer understanding of what's going to happen for the summer 2022. So that's what we'll be doing. And obviously we will get information out to you probably just slightly later in the autumn term. And we'll invite obviously the awarding bodies, so OCR, WeJEC, obviously Pearson, Aqua do not join a lot of these things anymore. We'll get updates from JCQ, and we'll also see if ESS have any further developments going forward with next generation of exams. so a bit of a space to watch there. Okay, if you do not subscribe to our password newsletter, this is separate to the bulletin, but the password newsletter is sent out to schools every half term. If you want your own copy, if you click on that link, Home SCOMIS, and scroll to the bottom of the page, you can actually fill in your details and submit that, and then you will get the information directly to you. This means you will get information and updates on exams and everything else across SIMS, what SCOMIS are doing, what SCOMIS are offering, and we also put in there information from other external agencies that might be useful. For instance, we've done DFE funding, cyber attacks, all that sort of thing. Jane obviously also does an online safety newsletter. So those sort of things are the ones to look out for. Okay, well, that concludes this session. And to all of you, have a lovely summer. Hope you get some really good downtime. Obviously, it has been a challenging year, like I said from the onset. Things hopefully are going to get better. I think we're all keeping our fingers crossed for the 19th of July. But in the meantime, do keep safe, and hopefully next year we'll be able to meet face to face at the network meetings, etc. So don't forget, if any of you have any questions or you need to email us, both Jane and I are available. I'm on sue.donkersley@devon.gov.uk. and Jane is available on jane.mcfall@devon.gov.uk. We will be putting the PowerPoint slide presentation up onto the examinations bulletin, and once we've just cut out some of the background noise we had in the recording, we will get this sent out to you as well. So as soon as we possibly can, just edit those couple of creaks we had, we'll get the recording out to you. But don't forget, the documentation is your best friend. It tells you everything you need to do, as well as all the links in the presentation. So thank you all very much for attending, and I hope you found it useful. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.